The ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So we will continue our reading on the passing away of Bhishma Dev from where we left off in the last class. I will share my screen. Mataji, is my screen visible? Mataji, is my screen
Yes,
visible?
Prabhu. Yes, yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
स्वयंभू नारद शंभु कुमारो कपिलो मनु प्रह्लादो जनको भीष्मो बलिर्वैयासकी वयं द्वादशैते विजानीमो धर्मं भागवतं भटाः गुह्यं विशुद्धं दुर्बोधं यज्ञात्वा मृतमश्नुते. So in the previous class, in yesterday's class, we had read till verse number 18. And till verse number 18, we have seen that Bhishma Dev has begun his conversation with Yudhishthir Maharaj, who is feeling very morose because of the countless number of deaths. And here, Lord has instructed Yudhishthir Maharaj to meet Maharaj Bhishma to get his teachings and to get his blessings for ruling over the kingdom properly. So we have seen this in the last class, till the last class, and in yesterday's class we have seen the last verse that we discussed. That is the verse number 18. That Bhishma Dev is glorifying the Lord. He is basically telling Yudhishthir Maharaj that the Lord Sri Krishna, who is currently walking with the Pandavas, is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the original Narayana. He is the Supreme Enjoyer, but he is acting as he is one of us. He is one of the Vrishnis, one of the Pandavas, one of the Yadavas, and this is because of his own self-created bewilderment energy. So here, in the purport, Prabhupada had explained the Vedic system of knowledge, and the Vedic system of knowledge comes from the bona fide spiritual master, who is like a mother who can identify the identity of our original father. Such confidential knowledge, only the mother knows who the father is, and we, the conditioned souls, and the bona fide spiritual master is our mother. Then he goes ahead, Prabhupada goes ahead and says and describes the teachings of, describes how the impersonalists also are sometimes bewildered because of the external potency of the Lord. And to nullify this, Prabhupada has explained the commentary on Bhagavatam given by Sripad Shankaracharya, in which the opening verse is Narayana Paro Vyaktad अंडम अव्यक्त संभवम अंडस्यांतस त्वम त्व इमे लोकः सप्तद्वीप च मेदिनी. And then Prabhupada has explained the three energies of the Lord. We are the marginal potency, that is the Tatastha Shakti, and on the conditioned souls, on the marginal energy, both the internal potency and the external potency of the Lord acts. And he has explained how it acts. We have seen in the last class that the external potency, that is the Mahamaya, works upon us to make us forget about our true identity and our true devotional the service that we have to the Lord. Whereas when the internal potency acts upon the residents of Rajadham, their intensity for love towards Krishna increases. So we'll continue from verse number 19. Asyanubhavam Bhagavan Veda Guhyatamam Shivaha Devarshi Narada Sakshad Bhagavan Kapilo Nrupaha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O King, Lord Shiva, Narada, the sage amongst demigods, and Kapila, the incarnation of the Godhead, all know very confidentially about his glories through direct contact. So the purport, pure devotees of the Lord are all bhavas or person who know the glories of the Lord in different transcendental loving services. As the Lord has innumerable expansions of his plenary form, there are innumerable pure devotees of the Lord who are engaged in the exchange of service of different humors. Ordinarily, there are 12 great devotees of the Lord, namely Brahma, Narada, Shiva, Kumara, Kapila, Manu, Prahlada, Bhishma, Janaka, Shukadev Goswami, Bali Maharaj, and Yamaraj. Bhishma Dev, although one of them, has mentioned only three important names of the 12 who know the glory of the Lord. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, one of the great acharyas in the modern age, explains the Anubhava or the glory of the Lord is first appreciated by the devotees in ecstasy, manifesting the symptoms of perspiring, trembling, weeping, bodily eruptions, etc. So the Ashtasattvic Vikars are written over here, which are further enhanced by steady understanding of the glories of the Lord. Such different understandings of bhavas are exchanged between Yashoda and the Lord, binding the Lord by ropes, that is the Damodar Leela, and in the chariot driving by the Lord in the exchange of love with Arjuna, that is the Sakhya Bhava. These glories of the Lord are exhibited in his being subordinated before his devotees, and that is another feature of the glories of the Lord. Shukadev Goswami and the Kumaras, although situated in the transcendental position, became converted by another feature of bhava and turned into the pure devotees of the Lord. Tribulations imposed upon the devotees by the Lord constitute another exchange of transcendental bhava between the Lord and the devotees. The Lord says, I put my devotee into difficulty, and thus the devotee becomes purified in exchanging transcendental bhava with me. Placing the devotee into material problems, material troubles, means delivering him from the illusionary material relations. The material relations are based on reciprocation of material enjoyment, which depends mainly on material resources. Therefore, when material resources are withdrawn by the Lord, the devotee is 10% attracted towards the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Thus, the Lord snatches the fallen soul from the mire of material existence. Tribulations offered by the Lord to his devotee are different from the tribulations resulting from vicious actions. All these glories of the Lord are especially known to the great Mahajans like Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Kapila, Kumara, and Bhishma, as mentioned above, and one is able to grasp it by their grace. So, Guhyam Vishuddham Durbodham Yajnatva Mritamashmite. So these 12 Mahajanas, they are very well aware of the Bhagavata Dharma, the true devotional dharma, the true devotional practice, and they are able to identify the people who are performing this. So here in this purport, Prabhupada has started with the explanation on the 12 Mahajanas, and then he has quoted Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on the meaning of Anubhav. So whenever a devotee is, whenever we progress in devotion, steadily we start exhibiting those symptoms, and we have seen various acharyas in our parampara who have shown these symptoms of the Ashtasattvic Vikara, and all these bhavas and anubhavas are enjoyed by the devotees. Uh, in some of the exchanges, for example, as quoted by Prabhupada over here, with Yashoda and Arjuna, Lord is very eager to take orders from the devotee. So in the case of Yashoda Mata, she ordered Lord to stand, and she wanted to bind Lord with the ropes, and she was able to do that. And in the case of Arjuna, because Lord loves the Pandavas, because of them being completely surrendered to him, he also happily took the orders from Arjuna. At the start of the first chapter, we see this, that Arjuna orders Lord to take his chariot in between Yadus and the in between Pandavas and the Kauravas, and even in the Bhishma Stuti, Bhishma Dev says that you have happily taken the orders from Arjuna, although you are the supreme personality of Godhead, who is not he was above all the material conditions. So, because he has that much love for his devotees, Lord is happy to take the orders, and that is one of the bhavas. Uh, Prabhupada also explains that Shukadev Goswami and the Kumaras, they were transcendent, they are situated in transcendental position, but they were converted from another feature of bhava into pure devotees of the Lord. So Earlier, they were situated in the impersonalist or the Paramatma feature, but then they were converted to the Bhagavan feature of the Lord. And then Prabhupada says that sometimes Lord awards tribulations to his devotees. He also mentions that tribulations coming from the Lord, offered by the Lord, and the tribulations coming because of vicious actions are both different. Because devotees, they are out of the entire periphery of vicious actions. All of their karma is neither sukarma or vikarma; it is akarma. So, even after performing akarma, if there are tribulations, if we see that a devotee or a very high class devotee is facing some tribulations, we also see that in spite of the tribulations, the devotee performs his or her devotional practice with more vigor. And we have seen this especially in the case of Prabhupada. In spite of having all those troubles, all the monetary troubles, all the bodily troubles in India during his travel to America and in America as well, his attraction and his affection towards Lord didn't come down even one single bit. So these tribulations that is offered by the Lord, that the third person sees, is basically to teach the third person that in spite of the tribulations, if the devotee can do such wonders at a very advanced age, even after having so many tribulations, there is no reason for us not to do it. So very beautifully, Bhishma Pitama is explaining who knows the Lord, and he has quoted the names of three main Mahajanas. He has quoted the name of Lord Shiva, Narada, and Kapila. And Shiva is we know the relation of Lord Shiva with the Lord. It's basically the curd and the milk relationship. Both are different, but both are yet the same. And then we see the that even Narada Muni is very aware of Lord's position, and even Kapila. We'll continue the next verse. Yam manyase matuleyam priyam mitram sruhattam akaro sachivam dutam sauruda tata sarathim. Translation and purport. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation: O King, that personality whom, out of ignorance only, you thought to be your material cousin, your very dear friend, well-wisher, counselor, messenger, benefactor, is that very personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. Yam, the person, Manyase, you thought, Matuleyam, maternal cousin, Priyam, very dear, Mitram, friend, Surutadam, that is ardent well-wisher, Akaro, executed, Sachivam, counsel, Tutam, messenger, Saurudatha, by goodwill, thereupon, Sarathim, charioteer. So here, Bhishma Deva is instructing all the Pandavas, especially Yudhishthira Maharaj, that the one who they thought is their maternal cousin, dear friend, well-wisher, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. To purport, Lord Sri Krishna, although acting as the cousin, brother, friend, well-wisher, counselor, messenger, benefactor, etc. for the Pandavas, was still the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Out of his causeless mercy and favor upon his unalloyed devotees, he performs all kinds of service. But that does not mean that he has changed his position as the absolute person. To think of him as an ordinary man is the grossest type of ignorance. So, in the leelas of Lord, there should not be any doubt that even though he may be acting or he may be enjoying the pastimes with his devotees, is with his Shuddha devotees, but as a reader, if we have ever thought that the Lord is not the Lord, but a small baby whose story we are reading, it is the grossest type of ignorance. So in the translation, Bhishma Deva is saying, "O King, that personality out of ignorance only you thought." So here he is referring to the ignorance which is posed by the internal energy and not by the external energy. So this ignorance that Bhishma Deva says is not the tamas of the material creation, but it is to forget the true nature of the Lord, so that they can perform their devotional service to give Lord the pleasure that He wants. 21st verse. Sarvatmana samadrusho यद्वयस्यान हंकृते तत्कृतं मतिवैषेम्यं निरवध्यस्य न क्वचित्. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: being the absolute personality of Godhead, he is present in everyone's heart. He is equally kind to everyone and he is free from the false ego of differentiation. Therefore, whatever he does is free from material inebriety. He is equibalanced. Purport: because he is absolute, there is nothing different from him. He is Kaivalya. There is nothing except himself. Everything and everyone is the manifestation of his energy, and thus he is present everywhere by his energy, being non-different from it. The sun is identified with every inch of the sun rays and every molecule particle of the rays. Similarly, the Lord is distributed by his different energies. He is Paramatma or the super soul present in everyone as the supreme guidance, and therefore he is already the chariot driver and the counsel of all living beings. When he therefore exhibits himself as a chariot driver of Arjuna, there is no change in his exalted position. It is the power of devotional service only that demonstrates him as the chariot driver or as the messenger. Since he has nothing to do with the material conception of life, because he is absolute spiritual identity, there is for him no superior or inferior action. Yeah. Being the absolute personality of Godhead, he has no false ego, and so he does not identify himself with anything different from him. The material conception of ego is equibalanced in him. He does not feel therefore inferior by becoming the chariot driver of his pure devotees. It is the glory of the pure devotee that only he can bring about service from the affectionate Lord. So very very beautiful purport. Here Prabhupada is explaining why the Lord does not feel uh, like insulted when offered the chance to become the chariot driver, because everywhere, everything and everywhere is himself. He is present as Paramatma. He is present as the energy in all the molecules, in all the atoms, in all the subatomic particles. Everything is him. So there is no differentiation, and because there is no differentiation, he does not feel superior or any act to be superior or inferior. So he enjoys and relishes the devotional service offered by his devotees, and to make them relish a little bit more, he offers his service to his devotees by sometimes becoming the chariot driver, by sometimes becoming the messenger, and by sometimes becoming the benefactor. And very beautiful two lines written over here that uh, in the paragraph Prabhupada is writing, he is the Paramatma or super soul present in everyone as the supreme guidance. So, as super soul, as Paramatma, he reveals the true knowledge, and therefore he is already the chariot driver and counsel of all living beings. So, as Paramatma, he is the chariot driver. So, if we basically surrender ourselves to Lord Krishna, our lives to Lord Krishna, he will take our chariot wherever he wants, wherever it is the best for us. And he also provides counsel. He also provides us the necessary guidance whenever it is required, but that requires us to be completely surrendered into the onto the Lord, and not to pose our interest, because we have not reached that stage where we can order the Lord. That amount of devotional service is yet to be achieved. He has no false ego, and that is why he does not identify himself with anything different from him. Then one more line where Prabhupada has written the last line, I guess. Yeah. He does not feel therefore inferior by becoming the chariot driver of his pure devotees. In Mahabharata, we have seen two instances of two great personalities becoming the chariot driver. One is Lord himself, and he happily took the position. He offered Narayani Sena and himself. Duryodhana was very eager to take the Narayani Sena, but because Lord saw Arjuna first, and Arjuna, knowing Arjuna that he is a pure devotee, he knew what Arjuna will choose, and he chose Lord himself. And then Duryodhana got the Narayani Sena. This is one instance where Lord became a charioteer. In the Kaurava clan, when Karna was elected to be the Senapati, the commander in chief, just to humiliate Shalya, who was the maternal uncle of Nakul and Sahadev, because he had insulted Karna some time back. So Karna, to just to take revenge, he wanted Shalya to become the chariot driver. So in the discussion between Duryodhana and Shalya, uh, when Karna asked Duryodhana that go and tell Shalya to become my chariot driver, Duryodhana was perplexed because asking Shalya, asking the king of the Shalva Raja to become a chariot driver is an insult, and Shalya took it as an insult. So here we see that there is that differentiation. There is a dvandva of something to be superior or inferior, good or bad. And Lord does not do this because everything is Lord. So the next verse, तथाप्येकान्त भक्तेषु पश्य भूपानुकम्पितं यन्मे स यन्मे सून्त्यजत साक्षात् कृष्णो दर्शनमागतः. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: Yet, despite his being equally kind to everyone, he has graciously come before me while I am ending my life, for I am his unflinching servitor. Purport: The Supreme Lord, the absolute personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, although equal to everyone, is still more inclined to his unflinching devotee who is completely surrendered and knows no one else as his protector and master. Having unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord as one's protector, friend, and master is the natural condition of eternal life. A living entity is so made by the will of the Almighty that he is most happy when placing himself in a condition of absolute dependence. The opposite tendency is the cause of fall down. The living entity has this tendency of falling down by dint of misidentifying himself as fully independent to lord it over the material world. The root cause of all problems is there in false egotism. One must draw towards the Lord in all circumstances. The appearance of Lord Krishna at the deathbed of Bhishma ji is due to his being an unflinching devotee of the Lord. Arjuna had some bodily relation with Krishna because the Lord happened to be his maternal cousin. But Bhishma had no such bodily relation. Therefore, the cause of attraction was due to the intimate relation of the soul. Yet, because the relation of the body is very pleasing and natural, the Lord is more pleased when he is addressed as the son of Maharaj Nanda, the son of Yashoda, the lover of Radharani. This affinity by body relation with the Lord is another feature of reciprocating loving service with the Lord. Bhishma Dev, Bhishma Dev is conscious of this sweetness of transcendental humor, and therefore he likes to address the Lord as Vijaya Sakhe, Partha Sakhe, exactly like Nandanandana or Shudanandana. The best way to establish our relation in the transcendental sweetness is to approach him through his recognized devotees. One should not try to establish the relation directly. There must be a via medium which is transparent and competent to lead us to the right path. So again, very impactful purport. In the first paragraph, Prabhupada is writing about the nature, the relation of Lord with his devotees. Lord uh, is equal, is equanimous, but yet he is a little bit inclined to his unflinching devotee. So we can understand this from our concept as well. There have been various instances in Bhagavatam where various devotees have asked, why does the Lord favor only the suras and against the asuras? So Narad ji explains this, that Lord has got nothing to do with the suras or asuras. It is dharma which is being upheld, and whichever party upholds the dharma, there the Lord supports. The Lord provides his support. And to explain this case to Yudhishthira Maharaj, Narad Muni had quoted the life and the glories of Lord of Prahlad Maharaj, saying that being even born in a Asura Kul, he was blessed by the Lord because of him being a pure devotee. So Lord is always inclined towards pure devotee, and we can consider this example as us being equal to our both the hands. But whenever we have certain itch at certain part of the body, we choose a certain hand or certain finger. So that could be one of the examples where we feel that although we have got the equality, uh, yet there is a preference. Then the easiest thing to do is to be completely dependent on Lord, and that is the true nature of the spirit soul. But whenever we have the tendency of lording it over the material nature, that is the root of our fall down. And in the last paragraph, Prabhupada instructs us how to basically approach the Lord. It is through a via medium which is transparent and competent. So the Sadguru or the Guru Parampara should be competent and transparent. So we know from Bhakti Samad Sindhu the true lakshanas of the Guru. Rupa Goswami has instructed us about that. And only such a person who is competent and who is completely surrendered onto the Lord can tell us how to approach the Lord. And while approaching the Lord and while addressing the Lord is little bit more happier if we are addressing him as in relation to his devotees. So Bhishma ji has in the Bhishma Stuti, Bhishma Deva addresses the Lord as Vijaya Sakhe, Partha Sakhe. Uh, so all of these are in connection to his very unalloyed devotees. So last verse for today, I think we can continue a little bit, Mataji, because today is a holiday. Mataji, Prabhuji, can we little bit continue a little bit today because we are yet to cover around 26.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So we'll read till 25. 25 is a little bit more, 26, 27. Both of these are little bit big purports. We'll read till 25 and then we can sing Vishnu Stuti.
हाँ हाँ ओके प्रभु जी
Yes, Mataji. भक्त्यावेश्य मनो यस्मिन् वाचायन्नाम कीर्तयन् त्यजन् कलेवरं योगी मुच्यते कामकर्मभिः. Translation: the personality of Godhead who appears in the mind of the devotee by attentive devotion and meditation and by chanting of the holy name releases the devotee from the bondage of fruitive activities at the time of his quitting the material world. Purport: Yoga means concentration of the mind detached from all subject matter. And actually, such concentration is samadhi or 100% engagement in the service of the Lord. And one who concentrates his attention in that manner is called a yogi. Such a yogi devotee or the Lord of the Lord engages himself 24 hours daily in the service of the Lord, so that his whole attention is engrossed with the thoughts of the Lord in ninefold devotional service, namely hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, praying, becoming a voluntary servant, carrying out orders, establishing a friendly relationship, or offering all that one may possess in the service of the Lord. By such practice of yoga or linking up in the service of the Lord, one is recognized by the Lord Himself, as it is explained in Bhagavad Gita concerning the highest perfectional stage of samadhi. The Lord calls such a rare devotee the best amongst all yogis. Best amongst all yogis, yeah. Such a perfect yogi is enabled by the divine grace of the Lord to concentrate his mind upon the Lord with a perfect sense of consciousness, and thus by chanting his holy name before quitting the body, the yogi is at once transferred by the internal energy of the Lord to one of the eternal planets where there is no question of material energy, material life, and its concomitant factors. In material existence, a living being has to endure the material conditions of threefold miseries, life after life, according to his fruitive work. Such material life is produced by material desires only. Devotional service to the Lord does not kill the natural desire of the living being, but they are applied in the right cause of devotional service. This qualifies the desire to be transferred to the spiritual sky. General Bhishma Dev is referring to a particular type of yoga called Bhakti Yoga. And he was fortunate enough to have the Lord directly in his presence before he quitted his material body. He therefore desired that the Lord stay before his view in the following verses. So the following verses are the Bhishma Stuti, and in the last, Bhishma Dev says that now I have completely transcended the duality of material life, and now I know and I'm able to see Lord in his original form, and may this view be in front of me while I'm leaving this body. And upon leaving his body, he enters into the Parthasarthi Loka. That Loka is the Loka where Lord is continuously speaking Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. He is the charioteer, eternal charioteer of Arjuna, and Bhishma Dev is relishing that pastime of Arjuna getting instructions from Bhishma Dev. So, in this purport, Prabhupada is explaining what is the true meaning of yoga. Yoga means concentration of the mind by detaching itself from the subject matter. So, we have to concentrate our mind and not be very, should not be paying attention from all other subject matters, and actually such concentration is samadhi. So even while being in the grahastha life, even while being in the brahmacharya life, even while being in any of the ashramas, it is easy to attain samadhi. And samadhi is basically concentrating our mind to the original cause. So one who can concentrate his attention in that manner is a yogi. So we know that there are many kinds of yogis. Hatha yogi is there, Ashtanga yogi is there. So all of these are yogis, but the highest form of yoga is bhakti yoga. So a bhakti yogi or a devotee of the Lord is the one who can always connect each and everything, each and every aspect of his life to Krishna. So Mataji used to tell this. She also tells this even now, that whatever you do in life, you have to do it in a way that it gives pleasure to the Lord. So 24 hours daily, if we are able to concentrate all the activities that we do, even it may be sleeping, even it may be bathing, even it may be brushing our teeth, if we do it with the attitude of giving pleasure to the Lord. Oh Lord, if I take bath properly, when I come in front of you, if I'm spelling bad, it may bring you very it may bring you displeasure. So let me take bath properly so that I can give you pleasure when presenting myself in front of you. Oh Lord, when I sing some bhajans for you, I or when I chant for your names, I'm inviting you to dance upon my tongue. And if my mouth is smelling bad because of not brushing properly, it may bring you displeasure. So, oh Lord, please let me brush properly so that I can invite you to dance on my tongue while chanting. Oh Lord, when I'm doing your archana, may I always be, may I move my bodily limbs in a way that it gives you pleasure. So 24 hours a day in a day, if we are able to concentrate upon the Lord, that is called as yoga or a yogi. And to do that, we have to go through the ninefold devotional services. Shravanam is the first amongst everything, because hearing is an involuntary action. So it doesn't matter. Prabhupada says this, that the name of the Lord's, especially the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is a transcendental sound vibration, and it need not be understood. The meaning of the word need not be understood. Even if we keep on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, in the forest, the trees which do not have any auditory channel, even they can relish that vibration, and that will bring them some sukriti. So whenever we are chanting, the chanting should be loud, so that the shravanam takes place automatically. It is an involuntary action. We don't have to do it. Shravanam, Kirtanam. Now, all these, from Kirtanam onwards, it becomes voluntary. So, only someone who has heard properly can then chant properly, remembering, worshipping, praying. So, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. So, a yogi is a one who has offered everything that one possesses to the Lord. The next verse. सदेव देवो भगवान् प्रतीक्षताम् कलेवरं यावदिदं हिनोम्यहम् प्रसन्नहासरुणलोचनो लसन् मुख मुखाम्बुजो ध्यानपथश्चतुर्भुज. So, may my Lord, who is four-handed and whose beautifully decorated lotus face with eyes as red as the rising sun is smiling, kindly await me at that moment when I quit this material body. So we can remember this verse, we can learn this verse. Sadeva Devo Bhagavan Pratikshatam. Pratikshatam, may he wait. Sadeva Devo, the Supreme Lord of Lords, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Pratikshatam, may he wait. Kalevaram, may when I die. Yavadidam, as long as this material body, I am in this material body. Hino Myaham, may I quit this material body and may he wait for me. Prasanna Hasa Runalochano Lasa. Prasanna, cheerful, Hasa, smiling. Aruna Lochana, one whose eyes are as red as the morning sun. Ullasat, beautifully decorated. Mukhambuja, the lotus flower of his face. Dhyana Pataha, in the path of my meditation. Chaturbhuja, the four-handed form of Narayana, the worshipable deity of Bhishma Deva. So Bhishma Deva is referring to the Lord as Krishna, but with his Chaturbhuja. So in Sri Rangam, behind the altar, when we go for this pradakshina, behind the altar there is a very beautiful form of the Lord where the Lord is playing flute with his two hands, yet he has got two more hands with Shankha and Chakra. So that is the Chaturbhuj form of Narayana, which is being worshipped by Bhishma Deva, and he is worshipping Krishna in the 400 form. So Bhishma Deva, purport. Bhishma Deva knew that Lord Krishna is the original Narayana. His worshipable deity are 400 Narayana, but he knew that the 400 Narayana is a plenary expansion of Lord Krishna. Indirectly, he desired Lord Krishna to manifest himself in his 400 feature of Narayana. A Vaishnava is always humble in his behavior. Although it was 100% certain that Bhishma Dev was approaching Vaikuntha Dhama just after leaving his material body, still, as a humble Vaishnava, he desired to see the beautiful face of the Lord. For after quitting the present body, he might not be in a position to see the Lord anymore. A Vaishnava is not puffed up, although the Lord guarantees that his devotees that although Lord guarantees his devotees entrance into his abode. Here, Bhishmadeva says, as long as I do not quit this body, this means that the great general would quit the body by his own will. He was not being forced by the laws of nature. He was so powerful that he could stay in his body as long as he desired. Yeah. He got this benediction from his father. He desired that the Lord stay before him in his 400 Narayana feature so that he might concentrate upon him and thus be in trance in that meditation. Then his mind might be sanctified with the thinking of the Lord. Thus he did not mind wherever he might go. A pure devotee is never very anxious to go back to the kingdom of God. He entirely depends on the goodwill of the Lord. He is equally satisfied even if the Lord desires him to go to hell. The only desire that a devotee entertains is that he may always be in rapt attention with thinking of the Lord, of the lotus feet of the Lord, regardless. Bhishma Deva wanted this much only, and that his mind be absorbed in the thinking of the Lord, that he pass away thus. That is the highest ambition of a pure devotee. So, Bhishma Deva, we know in Mahabharata, there are two devotees who had the greatest fortune of being able to see and hear the Lord uh, before their bodily demise. So, one is Bhishma Dev and other is Parikshit Maharaj. One had Ichha Mrityu, whereas the other one, he knew when he was going to die. So, these two are very, very rare. For us conditioned souls, for us the jivas of Kali Yuga, we don't have this certainty when we would die. So it is better to chant and remember Lord in whatever activities that we do. So in the previous purport, Prabhupada is telling how to do that, to become a bhakti yogi and to always dedicate all our activities, each and every second, for the pleasure of the Lord. And by doing so, in case death approaches, we will be in a position to remember the Lord, because we are not forgetting the Lord. So I think we can stop now and we will chant the Bhishma Stuti. So today is a holiday, so even Nayan Manjari is here. So we will chant together. Shri Bhishma Uvacha Iti Matirupakalpita Vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni Swasukhamupadate Kvachit Vihartum त्रिभुवनकमनं कमालवर्णं रविकरगौरवराम्बरं दधाने वपुरतपकुलावृता ननाब्जं विजयसखेरतिरस्तु मे नवद्या युतितुरगरजो विभुं प्रवेश चलुलितश्रमभार्यनं कृतास्ये मम निशितशैर्विभिद्यमाना क्वचि विलसत्कवचेस्तु कृष्ण आत्मा सपदि सखिवचो निशम्य मध्ये निजपरयोर्बलयोरथम् निवेश्य स्थितवती परसैनिकायुरक्षा कृतवती पार्थसखेरति ममास्तु व्यवहितपृतनामुखं निरीक्ष्य स्वजनवधाद्विमुखस्य दोषबुद्ध्या कुमतिमहरदात्मवेद्ययाय चरनरति परमस्य मेस्तु स्वनिगममपहाय मत्कटिज्ञा मृत मृतमधिकर्तमप्लोतुरथस्था धृतरथचरणो व्ययाचलद्गु हरिरिव हन्तुमिमं गतो करीयाशिखहतो विशीर्णदंश शतजट लुत आतता इनो मे प्रसमभविससावत्मद्भवार्थम् स भवतु मे भगवान् गते मुकुन्दा विजयरथकुटुम्ब आततोत्रे कृतभयरश्मिनिता श्रिये शनीये भगवतिरतिरस्तु मे मुमूर्षो यमिह निरीक्ष्य हतागता स्वरूपं दलितगतिविलासवन् गुहास प्रणय निरीक्षण कल्पितो रुमाना कृतमनुकृतवत्य उन्मदान्धा प्रकृतिमगन् किल यस्य गोपवध्वा मुनिगण नृपवर्यसं कुलेन्द्र सदसि युधिष्ठिरराजसूयमेषाम् अरणमुपपिदईक्षणीयो मम दृशिगोचर एष विरात्मा तमिममहमजं शरीरभाजाम् हृदि हृदिष्टितमात्मकल्पितानां प्रतिदृशमिव प्रतिदृशमिव प्रतिदृश्यमाणं तव देहं तथार्थमेकं समधिगतोऽस्मि विदूढभेदमोहा। जय भीष्म महाजन, जय भीष्म महाजन, भीष्म महाजन, जय भीष्म महाजन, जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद. We'll quickly read the translation. Bhishmadeva said, "Let me now invest my thinking, feeling, and willing, which were so long engaged in different subjects and occupational duties, in the all powerful Lord Krishna. He is always self satisfied, but sometimes, being the leader of the devotees, he enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending to the material world, although it is from him only that the material world is created." Sri Krishna is the intimate friend of Arjuna. He has appeared on this earth in his transcendental body, which resembles the bluish color of the tamala tree. His body attracts everyone in the three planetary systems, upper, middle, and lower. May his glittering yellow dress and his lotus face, covered with the paintings of sandalwood pulp, be the object of my attraction, and may I not desire fruitive results. On the battlefield, where Sri Krishna attended Arjuna out of friendship, the flowing hair of Lord Krishna turned ashen due to the dust raised by the hoofs of the horses. And because of his labor, beads of sweat wetted his face. All these decorations, intensified by the wounds on his skin dealt by my sharp arrows, were enjoyed by him. Let my mind thus go unto Sri Krishna. In obedience to the command of his friend, Lord Sri Krishna entered the arena of the battlefield of Kurukshetra between the soldiers of Arjun and Duryodhan, and while there, he shortened the lifespans of the opposite party by his merciful glance. This was done simply by his looking at the enemy. Let my mind be fixed unto that Krishna. When Arjuna was seemingly polluted by ignorance upon observing the soldiers and commanders before him on the battlefield, the Lord eradicated his ignorance by delivering transcendental knowledge. May his lotus feet always remain the object of my attraction. Fulfilling my vow and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. He even dropped his outer garment on the way. May he, Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who awards salvation, be my ultimate destination. On the battlefield, he charged me, as if angry because of the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was scattered, and his body was smeared with blood due to the wounds. At the moment of death, let my ultimate attraction be to Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. I concentrate my mind upon Arjuna's chariot driver, who stood with a whip in his right hand and a bridle rope in his left hand, and who was very careful to give protection to Arjuna's chariot by all means. Those who saw him on the battlefield of Kurukshetra attained their original forms after death. Let my mind be fixed unto upon Lord Sri Krishna, whose motions and smiles of love attracted the damsels of Rajadhama, the gopis. The damsels imitated the characteristic movements of the Lord after his disappearance from the rasa dance. At the Rajasuya Yajna, sacrifice performed by Maharaj Yudhishthir, there was the greatest assembly of all the elite men of the world, the royal and the learned orders. And in that great assembly, Lord Sri Krishna was worshipped by one and all as the most exalted personality of Godhead. This happened during my presence, and I remember the incident in order to keep my mind upon that Lord. Now I can meditate with full consciousness upon that one Lord, Sri Krishna, now present before me, because now I have transcended the misconceptions of duality in regard to his presence in everyone's heart, even in the hearts of the mental speculators. He is in everyone's heart. The sun may be perceived differently, but the sun is one. Hare Krishna. So very, very beautiful Bhishma Suti. It was a very beautiful 5 days. Today is the end of Bhishma Panchaka, and tomorrow is the day of Katyayani Vrata. Today is also Tulsi Shaligram Vivaha. So I wish all the devotees a happy Tulsi Shaligram Vivaha. I know I will be missing out on the festivities that is going to take place in Jagannath Devasthanam. So please pray for all of us. so that we too are able to enjoy these festivities with all of you. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.
श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो. थैंक यू प्रभु जी.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
प्रणाम प्रभुजी.
Wonderful.
थैंक यू माताजी. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. So Mataji, I'll end the class for everyone, Mataji.